Hi everybody, welcome back to Craig's Cabin. Today we're going to be exploring Woody Wood, a small tiny piece of woodland that me and the Craig's Cabin volunteers are helping to maintain with the Surviving the Streets woodland rangers. Let's jump into the video. So here we are, the entrance to Woody Wood Walk. Now this project was started 7 weeks ago from the date of posting this video, and was taken on by James Robertson and his team from Surviving the Streets. And as I was starting to branch off for myself as a volunteer group, I was invited to come and join in by Maya Evans, the local councillor, and I've had volunteers from Craig's Cabin come and help. As you can see, they've done amazing work. They put the logs to line the path and they've wood chipped. All of this has all been done by volunteers, and it's all been stuff used from in the wood or what we've had. And so basically this was just a neglected bit of woodland. Nobody claimed ownership over it, and James and his team sought it upon themselves to make it more accessible for people, and brought me in on the project. And there's so much more to do in this woodland. It's like on this path here, I can just walk this quickly. It's all going to be made like the other paths, and it's going to come all the way along here. We started to lay border out for where we want the path. All this wild garlic, it smells so lovely walking through here. But the wild garlic will just grow straight up back through the wood chips as well. So there's some wooden enemies. Which are poisonous. There's also lesser celandine. See if I just zoom in. Over there. Lots of wooden enemies, lots of wild garlic and brambles. But here, in this big rounded area here, where we can see the whole of this half of the woodland, is going to be the Craig's Cabin and woodland craft area. And then attached to this little area over here behind this ivy covered tree on this flat area there is going to be the wild edibles garden. So we can not just teach them about woodcraft and bushcraft and stuff like that and foraging, but we can also show them what type of stuff you can eat. But it will all be stuff that's in this woodland. So I'll take you back along through the woods here. Hopefully we'll bump into James on his travels, because I went and bought some breakfast for the guys down here today. But we'll continue on our journey back down this wood chipped path, which so many people have been able to use already. See you there. There's just some local people there that are enjoying the woods. But up there is going to be another path leading to the other end of the woodland. In fact, what we'd do, I know, see you later. And then we'll travel up this part of the woods, which has all got to be logged off and wood chipped. So much wild garlic here, it's unreal. And apparently, so it's been said by people that have walked through here, there's a black squirrel. Now I've never seen a fully black squirrel. I've seen an albino or albino squirrel. Right, I'm going to go up on this bit because it's a bit safer. But I've never seen a black one. But I've seen normal squirrels down here. Right, just going to try and navigate this. Oh, there we go. I'm going to tread on this ivy bridge. Come through here. Lots of ivy, lots of wild garlic. There's bluebells in here as well. Like I showed you, the woodland enemies, lesser celandine, both of which I believe to be poisonous. I would have to check with my little field guide when I get back to the car. As you see, the rubbish has been a problem, so we're going to be doing a litter pick through here. No volunteers with us today. The Craig's Cabin volunteers come down here on a Monday, and the Surviving the Streets volunteers come down here when they're able to, because there's so much they do for the community. Now, another job we want to do is get this stream cleared so that it flows better, get all the rubbish out, because when it rains, and really rains, it becomes a flooding hazard for further down the track. Right, so we're a bit stuck with bits to do because we didn't have the wheelbarrow out on Monday when we came down last. Well, before this was filmed, obviously. So we took it upon ourselves to add in some woodland steps on this really muddy path here. I'm not too happy with the top ones, but I'm going to redo those. And then the volunteers are going to put in 3 more steps down here, just to make it so it's easier access. And then I want to wood chip a little pathway up the top there as well. Little swampy area there. I'm hoping the dragonflies come back. But we've got plans for all these areas just to improve access so everybody can use it. Even Grandma in a wheelchair or Uncle Bob in his mobility scooter. So it'll all be sectioned off and wood chip. Oh, look at the wooden enemies here. This is cool. But recently made some wild garlic and cheddar scones for my sister-in-law and her husband Toby, who've just sailed over from New Zealand, originally from the UK, ex-Navy, and she cheekily asked if she could have some foraged stuff, and I was quite happy to oblige because I enjoy doing it. And they went down a tree. I got a message saying she warmed them up for her breakfast the other day, and so they're quite happy. There's a lot of wooden enemies in here. There's, I've seen down by the river, some water, dropwort or hemlock. Obviously we don't want to remove any species out this woodland, but we do actually want to find out some more local around the area plants that we could add in, transplant from the local area into the woodland. So there's another woodland church in the wood, literally on the other side of the road. So go have a work out what they've got there, and see if we can transplant some of that here, so we could teach a proper foraging class and cookery class at the end of it, like a 1-day course thing. I think we want to add some steps in there to come down as well. You see the stream is blocked in several places, and it's been left to sit and get silty, but it does lead to a place that we can use the water for the next bit of our journey when we get to the end. There's another project that Surviving the Streets has started, and Craig's Cabin and the Craig's Cabin volunteers want to get involved with, is the Woody Woodwalk community garden. Oh, look at that. The guys here have put their handprints in mud on the stump. It's a great message. Here we go. Now, something else I'd noticed, I don't know if they've been putting them up or not, they've been cutting these little ones out here, and they've been writing on them like little memorial plaques, which I think is a brilliant idea, because then it gives the community another sense of ownership over the woods. It's like, we've got a memorial plaque for Doris over there, she liked going through the woods, we're going to look after this woods. This is the whole thing about bringing community together. I did miss out the bridge, the Woody Wood Bridge, which I'm going to zoom in because I'm not going to walk all the way back there. See if we can focus. There we go. That was all built by James Robinson, Gary Neal and Philip Quinn from Surviving the Streets. But yeah, we're going to continue up this path here. Even all this wood chip was donated thanks to the recent storm Eunice, sorry, my brain not working right today. The local tree surgeons have been chopping up and wood chipping all the storm damage, and thankfully been delivering us van loads of wood chips, and all the wood chips contain local pine and fern, which is great. And we've put in, well, not just me, but mainly the Surviving the Streets team, because they've been down here cracking on for the last 7 weeks, at least 20-30 tons worth of wood chip, at least. But we need to wood chip all the rest of the paths, and it's going to need a couple of layers of wood chip to soak up the groundwater. As you'll see, I'll just turn you around so you can get real. See, this was all inaccessible before the guys from Surviving the Streets cracked on, and that's what's left of what's been donated already. Just over there is work in progress. It's going to be the Woody Wood community garden. We're going to put in raised beds for the schools. There's going to be raised beds for the community, grow your own food. It's going to be a tea hut, benches. It's going to be like a community hub. So let's flip that round. That is Woody Wood, which I'm proud to be a part of the team that's bringing it back so everyone can enjoy it. Recommunitising, bringing the community all together, giving them a sense of ownership over these spaces so that it can be looked after and maintained by our volunteer rangers. Big thank you to Surviving the Streets who started the project. Thank you to all the volunteers involved. Stay safe. I'll see you later.